Arsenal fans, it wasn't the most explosive night, but it was a night of maturity, control, and belief. Arsenal secured their place in the Champions League semi-finals after a disciplined goalless draw against Sporting CP at the Emirates Stadium. Holding on to their narrow 1-0 aggregate advantage, the Gunners showed composure and resilience to get the job done when it mattered most. After the disappointment of the weekend defeat to Bournemouth, this was exactly the kind of response Mikel Arteta would have demanded. Before the match, Arteta spoke about his team having fire and no fear, and while the performance may not have been full of goals, it was full of determination and focus. From the first whistle, Arsenal looked like a team that understood the assignment. They didn't rush, they didn't panic, and most importantly, they didn't lose control. Sporting came into the game knowing they needed a goal, and they tried to push forward with intensity. But Arsenal's defensive structure held firm. Every player on the pitch seemed aware of the importance of their role, working together to close spaces and limit chances. This wasn't about flair, it was about discipline, and sometimes in knockout football, that's exactly what wins you games. One of the biggest positives from the night was the tactical discipline shown by Arsenal. Arteta set his team up to protect their lead while still posing a threat on the counter. Without some key attacking players, Arsenal had to adapt. They focused on maintaining shape, controlling possession when possible, staying compact defensively. It was a balanced approach, defensive when needed, but never completely passive. For fans watching in the UK and the United States, this was a clear sign of how much this Arsenal team has grown. A few seasons ago, games like this might have slipped away, but now there's a sense of control and maturity. Arsenal's defense deserves huge credit for this result. Sporting tried to find gaps using quick passes and movement to break through, but Arsenal stayed organized. Every clearance, every interception, every tackle mattered. This was a team defending as one. Even when pressure increased late in the game, Arsenal didn't lose their composure. They stayed focused, kept their shape, and saw the game out professionally. These are the kind of performances that define successful European campaigns. While Arsenal didn't score on the night, they still created moments that could have sealed the game earlier. There were flashes of attacking intent, quick breaks, and promising positions, but the final touch was missing. However, in the context of the tie, it didn't matter. The goal from the first leg, scored by Kai Havertz, proved to be the difference. That single moment of quality in Portugal was enough to carry Arsenal through. This is the beauty and sometimes the tension of two-legged knockout football. Now the challenge becomes even bigger. Arsenal are through to face Atletico Madrid in the semi-finals, a team known for their defensive strength, discipline, and experience in European competitions. It's going to be a completely different test. Atletico thrive in games like this. They are comfortable without the ball, dangerous on the counter, and incredibly difficult to break down. For Arsenal, it will require patience, creativity, tactical intelligence. But this is exactly where great teams prove themselves. This result is about more than just qualification, it's a statement. Arsenal are back competing at the highest level in Europe. For fans across the UK and United States, this is a team that is exciting, young, and hungry for success. The journey under Arteta has been about rebuilding, and nights like this show just how far the team has come. Reaching the semi-finals of the Champions League is no small achievement. It puts Arsenal among the elite clubs in Europe once again. Perhaps the most impressive aspect of this performance was the mentality. Coming off a league defeat, dealing with injuries, and facing the pressure of a knockout game, Arsenal could have struggled. But instead, they stayed calm. They trusted the plan, they trusted each other, and they got the result. This is what champions do. This result gives Arsenal more than just progression, it gives them confidence that they can handle pressure, compete with top teams, win difficult games. As they prepare for the semi-final and continue their Premier League title push, this momentum could be crucial. Arsenal fans, this may not have been the most thrilling match, but it was a powerful one. A night of discipline, a night of growth, a night that takes Arsenal one step closer to European glory. The dream is alive, and now with a semi-final against Atletico Madrid ahead, the excitement only gets bigger. Believe in this team because they are proving they belong at the very top.